What up, all you cool cats and kittens? I'm feeling super hippie-ish right now, mainly because, got my spectacles, my tie-dye, and I'm not going to say anything about unaliving pedophiles, but it's in there. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this tiny little pin. This tiny little pin has been the bane of many folks' existence, and I'll tell you why. Because some dudes have trouble getting this in there, kind of like a ditty party with no loop. Some dudes will stick it in there and try and guide it in there, and they'll try and force it a little bit like it's a terrible prom night, and they can't get it to go in. We've all been there trying to get it to go in, but it just keeps spreading out. And then all of a sudden it just slides in, and they're like, oh, thank God. And they leave it just like that. Or they leave it even worse, up and down. Did you know that, like everything in life, there's a right way and a wrong way to stick it in? Not everybody knows this. This can go in the hole any way you want. But to make that pin last longer than 4 or 5 range sessions, turn it that way. Head of the pin going this way, not this way. And I'll explain why in just a minute. Let's talk about that pin and what makes it strong in the simplest terms we can come up with. What makes a bridge strong? Arches and triangles. When you look at this pin head on, it's round with a hole, with a slit in the middle. So what you have is an arch and a triangle. When you make the load forces go forward and backwards, your firing pin is constantly running into one side of this. It's usually the inside. So the firing pin is smashing into this. When your load forces are this way, you have a convex and a concave when you think about which direction the impact force is coming. It doesn't matter if it's coming from the left side or the right side. It's coming into a convex and a concave. Convexes are strong, concaves are weak. So by continually hammering this one way, the weak side will start to bend, and that's when you start to get that separation of the tip. Think of it like a gay movie. You want your tips together. On this side, you're not running into a convex and a concave. You're running into a concave and an angle, supported by another angle on the concave side. Or I'm sorry, on the concave side. So now you have you've built an I-beam in the middle simply by turning this 90 degrees. In conclusion, when you put this thing in the right way, it'll last a lot longer. When you put it in the wrong way, it's going to get beat sideways, and then you can't get it in there anymore. If you find this kind of stuff helpful, let me know. Super hippie, signing off.